So
Nav neat.
yeah. So you don't have to be here for this part if you don't want to.
But I can.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't really see this game. Like, I kind of saw some positions.
Well, okay, so then I played this kid. He's like 1750, as you can see. Navneet was his name. Daniel, like, in one of the...
I played him.
You played him last week, so... Okay, so I played the e4 move. Our game went on forever, so we didn't have time to eat or anything, so I was eating french fries during this game. So, okay. So I thought this was going to be a Najdorf, because, like, why else would he do this? But he plays knight b to d7. And I didn't know, I have never seen this move before.
So the reason why I would find the right move is because it's similar to another move that is actually more playable. Like, okay, knight b7 is playable. It's like very similar to e6, which is this Schwenigen.
Okay. So you can...
after e6 you play g4, and that's the Karas attack.
So you can just play g4 here. But my thinking was, what is the idea of this move? And I just found it weird that someone who's like almost 1800 could be this
bad.
Yeah, and just be completely unprepared in the opening, and like one of the most common things you could possibly get.
It looks like it's been played by masters. It looks like it's playable.
So I was thinking, okay, what could possibly be the point? Is he trying to move order me in some way? That's what I was thinking. I thought bishop e3 made the most sense because he's a little kid. I thought he was going to fianchetto, which he did. So that makes bishop e3 make a lot of sense. But I was like, I wasn't like sure if a6 like move orders me into some Najdorf line. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think it matters too much. I think I would have been able to be fine there. So he plays g6, and now I'm just...
And now it's a retarded
dragon. This game was not fun for me at all, because my moves played themselves. I didn't have to think, like, really at all. My moves were automatic. That's how bad he was playing. So I play f3, and I decided I just wanted to kill him. Bishop g7, queen d2, castles.
Doesn't have d5 because his knight's on d7.
And now I just play h4 right away. Because why is his knight here? That's not where his knight goes. He's supposed to attack me, and he just can't. He didn't move this piece or this piece during the entire game. So, okay, he plays rook e8, and this is showing understanding, as I said. I don't get rook e8. I don't understand the point of it. So
he wants to be able to play bishop h8. That's the point. But like
that's not real though. That's nonsense. So I just castle queenside, and I'm going to pawn storm and get all the pieces. Absolutely every single one of my pieces will point towards the king. No, okay, so I will get to it later, but I did not talk to him about the game after, and I will explain why, and you will understand why. Okay. So he plays a6. I don't know. I felt like I was playing a random move generator.
He wants to get counterplay with b5.
He's not going to get it. It's just not going to happen. So I push the pawn forward. That's the theme of the game. Pushing the pawns forward.
He was just like a little kid, and he was like annoying.
Yeah, we'll get to it. So okay, I play g4. He plays this brilliant move. He's getting his attack in with 0 pieces, and I have all my pieces. So I don't know. We'll see who's faster.
You're like 4 tempos up in a dragon.
Yeah, this is. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This is an opposite sides castling race. So I push a pawn forward. He puts his knight on e5, but this is defended. So I take pawn, and I open up h-file, and he takes with the f-pawn, which apparently is best. That's how bad this is.
Right.
Uh-oh.
What?
Okay. What?
Uh-oh.
So I push pawn... First I play bishop h6. He plays bishop h8.
The point.
Yeah. So he's doing totally fine here now, of course. He's not. So I push pawn forward. And then I push pawn forward. And he has to move knight somewhere. He puts it on f7. Good square. And you will never guess what I did here. You can pause the video if you need to. But,
automatic.
I pushed a pawn forward. I mean, these moves require no thought from me. It's not even fun. So, okay, I push pawn forward. And then he plays this brilliant knight g3.
Knight g3.
And I was like, having trouble figuring it out.
I saw this position, and I was like...
I was trying to figure out what the point was. I think he wants to take the bishop pair, I guess. So I just played rook g1, and I put rook on king pointed at king. And then, okay, so he thinks for a while, and he's like, his hand hovers.
I saw this position.
His hand hovers over the b pawn, and then he went like that, and he thought for another 5 minutes. And I got up and I left, and I came back, and this move was on the board. I was like, what? We can't do that. That's not even. You can't do that. I played knight c6.
And he took on f1, which is what? Like...
No, he didn't take on f1 yet.
Yeah,
he did. Oh yeah, I wanted to say queen b6. I just wanted to say that if this happens, he take rook, but I play bishop c4, hanging another piece. But I attack queen, and I'm going to checkmate him. So that is why queen b6 does not help. So he just took on f1 immediately. And I take with this rook because rooks. And now I attack queen and bishop. Queen d7. And here again, he picked up his queen and he put it on b6 and he held it there for like 10 seconds. And then he put it back and thought for another 10 minutes. Okay, and then he plays queen d7. I'm like, okay, so like, what is the improvement here?
What is the point?
How is queen d7 a better move than queen b6? And I thought for like 30 seconds. I'm like, I don't know. I don't think it is. It's not really worth my time to think about. So I take on e5, and he takes with the pawn. But now I get the d5 square for my knight, and it's never ever going to leave. And he can never move bishop now because of knight f6 check, winning the queen. So he can't move. And you know, I understand it's hard to find a move here, but what he played, just he has no sense of danger, or he has no self-preservation instincts at all. He played g takes f5, and it's mate and 8 here now. I don't know. I wanted to, I'm curious about his thought process, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So, okay, I push pawn forward. And you know, he's thinking for like 5-10 minutes on every one of these moves. And then he takes, and I take pawn. He plays king h8, which is accurate. And I just played rook h1, which I thought was pretty brutal. Like, I don't need to think about like what the fastest way to mate is, because it's just hopeless. He plays king
is a myth.
King h7, and I play queen g2. Mate is forced. I mean, it has been forced since he took here. And then he thought for like 10 minutes here and played this move. I'm like, okay, and this is mate in 1. And then I think he resigned here.
Alright, that kid does not know how to play this system.
But so the reason I did not go over the game with him was because he played till mate, this kid. I think he definitely played till mate. I guess he played this move or something, and then I took. But I think he did, yeah. But there was no postmortem for him there. I didn't say a word to him. Because, listen, you have every right to not resign if you don't want to. Even in this position. But I don't have to talk to you about the game afterwards if you do that. So no. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about, but it's just every game I play is always the last game to finish. I thought this game probably would be too, even though it shouldn't have been, but he was taking all of his time on every one of these moves. And I just don't understand why he's playing this opening. Was it the first, does he not know what I can only think he doesn't know what a dragon is. Like, he's never heard of that before. And he was just playing chess moves. Like, I think he's never looked at an opening in his life, probably. So, that kid was very annoying. And that was that game.